Jeremy with WeLikeShooting.com, and today we're going to test fire the Henry Big Boy 244 Magnum. Alright, we're going to load the rifle and fire and see how well it does at 100 yards. I apologize for the wind if the audio's crap, but we're going to shoot this Henry at about 100 yards. So, see what happens. The Henry Big Boy has a tubular magazine below the barrel, as you can see, that loads up like a lot of old 22s, like the Marlin bolt trigger, and a couple older style lever action guns, instead of having a trap door on the side. So you have to take, give it a little turn, pull it out, and then as you can see, you have a hole here, and you drop your round down in, and it just falls to the rear. Okay, now we have 10 rounds loaded in our 44 mag. We're gonna see how we do it. Andrew's here. He's works. God, you son of a bitch. All right, we're gonna widen that thing out. All right, 10 rounds. Andrew's gonna spot for me. Andrew works at our friends at Short Action Customs that are doing that 308 build on the Mossberg for us. So he is going to call my shots.
No impact, no impact.
Ten rounds, we're out.
8 shots on the paper.
All right, let's go look at our target. All right, here is our target. It's just a little guy. If you can tell, this is I had a target left over from our whatever shooting challenge month target that was, I forget. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we had, I don't worry about that little guy. But we had to figure out where the rifle was shooting, and that was the first one. So that's actually not too bad for a pistol cartridge at 100 yards. Though with a little practice, I think we could do better. Let's see how it goes. One little mishap, but that was my fault. That barrel's hot. This rifle can do 100-yard shots. We saw that. You just have to learn where your rifle shoots. But as a brush gun, for just a pop gun, it'll get the job done. Hit that pallet. If you're worried about recoil in a 44 Magnum and a rifle like this because you've seen Dirty Harry, you've seen the movies, and oh, it's a hand cannon. While in a revolver, it can be a hard-hitting round. In a rifle this big, this heavy, the recoil's very manageable. It's easy. There's no recoil. What I was talking about earlier in the video, when the camera fell over and I lost my track, this is a tubular magazine, and a lot of actually pretty much all lever guns I can think of at the moment have this style of magazine. When you drop your rounds in and they fall in this tubular magazine, inside of here is a follower, and there's a spring on this whole thing, and that's what feeds the rounds to the rear, to the action of the firearm, and that's how these function. So today we were out shooting the Henry 44 Magnum lever gun, and it was a blast. Let me tell you, me and Andrew both kind of want to get one. I wish Henry was letting me keep this thing, but unfortunately I got to send it back. This is a really smooth shooting gun. The recoil was really manageable, and I love most things about it. I love the way it fits me, I love the way it feels, I love the way it shoots. It's a smooth lever. As you can see, I actually have a few lever guns up behind me. There's 2 rifles over there, or 3 rifles over there, and there's 1 over here. I'm a really big fan of the lever action rifle. Now the only things that I would complain about with this rifle would take away from its historic look, if you will. The brass butt plate, if you see on the back of here, it has a brass butt plate. That is a classic design on a rifle, but when you shoulder it up, it's very slippery, especially against a cotton t-shirt. It can be very easily fixed by having something with a shooting patch on a jacket that's a little grippy, but that's kind of annoying just for because it will walk in up and down your shoulder. Another thing that tends to freak some people out is when you do load it, because of how this tubular magazine loads, and unlike on a Winchester where you have the trap door here to load it, you have to pull this out, and your hand, you can't help but flag your own hand with the muzzle. Now, if you've made sure that the rifle's unloaded, there's no safety parts there, but again, you know, we don't like to stick anything in front of the muzzle if we don't have to. So those would be the only 2 things that I really could complain about, and that would take away from what makes it a Henry. It's a beautiful rifle, it's a good shooting rifle, and if you're looking for either the classic look of this, or if you do cowboy action or something like that, in Ohio we can now hunt with straight wall rifle cartridge, or straight wall cartridges in a rifle, whereas we couldn't before. This is a good one to consider. I mean, the brass is just beautiful. The rifle itself, this one has the octagonal barrel to it. It's just a classic look, and I really enjoyed shooting it. Hey Henry, send me a 4570 government. But no, in all seriousness, it was a pleasure to shoot. It was really fun. It was accurate. It never jammed the whole time we were shooting. It was just a really good, really solid firearm. And I want to thank the guys at Henry for sending us this rifle and letting us test fire it for y'all. And that's it, man. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one.